Servus from the Pain Cave and welcome to the final stage of the Zwift Unlocked Series. In stage 5, we're heading into the Double Borough route with 18 kilometers and 150 meters of climbing. If you want to learn more about the route, check out my route recon video. As usual, the advanced band was absolutely stacked with some of the strongest riders out there. Top tier Zwifters like Ifat, Thompson, Serra, Tomas lined up alongside more than 90 other Zwifters, including my Swedish mate and favorite rival, Teddy. He beat me twice in a row in a super close finish. Today is payback time. And we are off. Let's go. Stage 5 is on. Let's see what the front guys are cooking today. We are starting here in the Central Park with some kicks, so important to stay in a good position. And you can see lots of friends are lining up today, including the first race from Steven, aka Bike Bonk Biff. He is part of this Advanced Band Champions League race today, and he will suffer, that's for sure. Luke Walton, aka Rough Draft Cycling, is also here. So another YouTube competition is awaiting today. All right, we are going down the escalator into the mall. And yeah, you can see the peloton is already starting to be a bit stretched out here. I'm trying to stay at the front because there's some attacks happening at the front. But so far, so good. Just around 4.3 watts per kg average pace so far. So it's not too hot. And I'm pretty confident that until the Brooklyn Bridge, it will be pretty much all right. So I've learned from last week, and I didn't go too hot here up the escalator with only 6 watts per kg. You can see lots of red numbers, but it's not really needed. Like I just did 6 watts per kg, and I stayed there pretty much at the front of the group. I fell back a bit here. I just wanted to save my energy. Unfortunately, here I forgot to use my power up, so I wasted that one here. But I think it's not really a bad thing because pace was not hot at this moment, and I didn't really need to power up. So I kept it for the Brooklyn Bridge later on. All right, we go down the escalator again into the subway section, and I'm trying to move up some positions as well here, so I don't miss any splits. And yeah, you can see it's a bit tight here in this tube, and you should have a good position to not be caught in splits behind. All right, we are approaching the escalator again. I'm accelerating a bit earlier and then keep it again here at around 6-7 watts per kg. Lots of red numbers, but you can see I'm not really losing any positions. So with the boost here up the escalator in New York, you don't really need to go too hot. So we are reaching the first real test of the day, and this is going to be really, really hot, I can tell you. The Brooklyn Bridge, the official segment is 2 kilometers at 1.7%, but it also includes this downhill section. The real climb itself is 1.5 kilometers at 3.6%, and it starts with like around 5%, so it's important to be at the front. I'm trying to move up. You can see I'm already pushing like 6 watts per kg for a few seconds, but I cannot really get to the front, so everyone was trying really, really hard to get there. And I can finally manage to get in a good position around 10th place, I believe, 10th, 15th place. So that looks pretty good here. I'm already pushing 7 watts per kg to just stay there. You can see Luke Walton is also here just ahead of me. Also Teddy is just ahead of me, so they're in great position here as well. And I'm also starting to suffering. I really felt my legs. I didn't really feel like it was my best day. I suffered more than last week. We can see the comparison of this stage and last week's stage in a moment, and you can see I'm starting to fade here. I'm still pushing 6 watts per kg, more than 6 watts per kg, but I'm just suffering so much. It's not enough for this group. They're pushing more at the front, and you can see here 2 minutes 46 for this week's stage 5 up the Brooklyn Bridge, including this short downhill section. 372 watts. So let's see what we did last week. And you can see like I'm just holding on here to the end of the group. So we were 2 seconds faster than last week, 6.0 watts per kg average versus 5.9 watts per kg average. And yeah, I just held on here to this group. I was lucky that there were no splits, and I just tried to get there back to the front. Chris Poole is also here, as you could see. So lots of familiar names part of this race. All right, I could get back to the front here in a good position, trying to recover, but I just felt like I was struggling. I was struggling and suffering really much. You can see my face, like I'm not really happy, not really enjoying this race so far. And I know like there's another hard bridge coming up here with the Manhattan Bridge with 1.1 kilometers at 2.6% average gradient. I'm trying to move up here. Luke is right next to me. We are both fighting, that's for sure. And I already start fading here. It's not too long, thankfully. I use my drafting power boost, but it's really, really tough here. I'm suffering. You can see my face. I was really, really on the limit. I checked on intervals, the segment, so 2 seconds faster. Also here, despite pushing a bit less watts, maybe because I used the power up here, and my heart rate was also lower. I found that in that race, like I couldn't really get my heart rate up. Maybe I was too recovered from like a spa weekend, and yeah, my body was like in relaxation mode too much. All right, here I'm at the very end of the group here, just holding on. I mean, I know like I need to recover because I was so cooked. Like I really and nothing left in my legs. So I tried to risk to be caught in a split because I just knew I have to recover and I have to, yeah, save as much energy as I can. We are at 4.5 watts per kg average at this point. Again, going down the escalator and just 2.5 kilometers to go. And if you have seen my route reckon video, you know that like with 800 meters to go, we reach the escalator, and from there on, you can expect like just going all out, and I'm ready for that. I'm ready for it. I'm mentally ready to go all out. I want to do better than last week. Want to do a better sprint, and especially get in a good position and fight for it, keep it, because that was the mistake I did last week, that I didn't really go all out. I did that too late, and I'm ready for it to go all out. Like, yeah, from 800 meters to go, I'm in a good position here. Getting out of the saddle, pushing here a bit more than before, around 10 watts per kg, and I'm staying in a good position here in around fifth position, up with the guys here at the front. Luke Walton is also right next to me, and I'm pushing here 10 watts per kg, and you can see I'm struggling to hold their wheels. It's incredible, like their power. I'm pushing 7 watts per kg, already feeling like, oh damn, I cannot hold that. I cannot hold it. I'm really trying everything here, getting ready for that sprint. I knew like I have to go for a very long sprint to keep up with these guys here, but it's just not possible. I'm pushing 7 watts per kg and I cannot hold their wheels. 250 meters to go. Let's go for the sprint. And there's nothing left, like not even 800 watts that I could push. I was absolutely cooked. I can see Teddy ahead of me. He has still a gap of around 1 second, but he's easing off right before the finish line, and I can catch him right to the line. I was not sure. I was checking if I caught Teddy or not. So I will check in a moment. Let's see if we got him. It was very close once again. Very close gaps here, and I got him, and I'm happy. As you can see, I beat Teddy this time. I mean, honestly, I think he eased off the last 20 or 30 meters. So if he could have, yeah, pushed a bit harder, he would have got me. But yeah, today I was ahead of him. 21st place, finishing just 2 seconds off the winner, 4.6 watts per kg average. So really, really tough race. And yeah, you can see the two big efforts up the bridges, and then the final 1 kilometer that was just so tough. That was really incredible. I was suffering so much. It was a bit faster than last week, but I was suffering a bit more than last week. I had a better sprint last week. I was just so cooked in that final 800 meters. There was nothing left. Good power numbers for 8 minutes, but else, like for 60 seconds, 2 minutes, I was a bit far off. So I didn't have the legs today to. I mean, despite that, it's a great finish, 21st position. I think it was because of my good position when I entered the sprint. But yeah, I couldn't hold that position, unfortunately. So it was the fastest span again for this week. I think it will stay like that. In the GC, I moved up to 14th position for now. Teddy is in 6th place. That's really incredible. Hats off, chapeau. Also Luke in 11th place, and in the Austrian ranking, I'm still second behind Patrick. We had a nice rivalry here with Teddy in these stages of Zwift Unlocked Series. That was fun, and I mean, for the final 3 stages, we were finishing right behind each other. Like, that's unreal. I have no idea how that worked, especially in these close finishes for like hundreds of seconds, decided the positions. So what a sufferfest it was. Let me know how stage 5 went for you. Were your legs as cooked as mine in that final sprint? And don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe to catch all the Zwift Unlocked stages and more racing content. See you in the next one. Cheers and ride on.